I'm 10 years old and I make 800K per month. I'm sure you've probably seen a video like that online where there's whatever year old teenager, tweenager claiming to make X new dollars per month with this crazy new business model that you've never heard of before because it's so new and you have to get on right now or else you're going to miss out forever. This is like drop shipping in 2016. Okay? If you're watching this and you've heard a video like that, I want you to just pause and maybe think of that video for a second, because that is why I'm making this video, because I am fed up with the online space and a lot of these people who are like this, okay? And I'm going to generalize this video. I'm not just going to, shit on a couple different people. I'm just going to talk in general, okay? Because right now, the people at the top are not the people who give the most education, the most value, who have the best insights, who actually are good at business. This is the thing. The people at the top of this industry are not the people who are best in terms of the value they provide, okay? Those people at the top are the people who are the best at showing and proving something, okay? What I mean is showing a lifestyle, showing their Ferrari or their penthouse in Dubai, or whatever, okay? Trying to just outflex, okay, without actually providing real value. And over time, my prediction is that these people are going to keep coming in. Lifestyle. And I feel like consumers are getting more educated. They're learning more about, okay, maybe these guys aren't as what they say to be, etc. And they're not actually providing value, okay? So this video, what I'm going to be talking about today is kind of just a rant. I want to be chatting a little bit about the online space and why I'm actually kind of like getting a little sick of it, why I'm getting a little bit annoyed with it, and why you should be very weary if you're trying to make online money, because there is a lot of red flags to look out for when you're kind of going into that industry, okay? One thing I want you to take note of initially is when people, a lot of these coaches or consultants or people who are, these guru people, you'll notice they'll come in waves, okay? There'll be a guy who comes and he'll blow up for like 2 months, and then after that, you'll never see him again. Like, he'll blow up and then off the face of the earth the next day. And this happens time and time again. I see guys do this. It continually. Guys blow up, then they're off the face of the earth. Blow up, bye. And usually this will only happen if the value they're providing is maybe diminished in some way, or something happens where the value they're outputting, okay, is not resulting in any value inputting. So if there's an output or input to output ratio, okay, and there's a kink in that bottleneck, you don't have to go think, okay, why are there so many of these people who are coming and going, okay? What about steady growth, steady value, okay? So, I don't know. I'm just getting a little bit sick of this. And also, the space right now is just a little bit of insight. We live in kind of like a volume economy. We don't live in a quality economy. And what I mean by that is, this is like Vegas in the 60s. It's very cheap. It's very in your face. And a lot of the times, in order to be the loudest, you just have to do the most amount of screaming, right? You don't have to focus on your pitch. And that's what people are doing. They're just jamming shit in your face. More ads, more content, more everything. Trying to get your attention, trying to get your clicks. You got to realize, if things are free, people say, oh, it's free value. Yeah, it's free value, but who's the product? Okay, you're probably the product if you're watching free value. I have free things that I post on my channel, value. But if you watch that and you get value, I'm hoping that you are like, hey, Ashton, come and work with me and actually apply systems, okay? So the entire space has become very commoditized, and we're now living in a volume economy where it's the person who's the loudest is the person who's going to get ahead. The person who can scream the loudest, the person who can get the most eyeballs, the most clicks, no matter if their insights or their system is actually good or etc., they will get ahead, okay? And also, even if they are able to get clicks and they are able to get eyeballs and people to view their ads and book a call with them, right? They then can use sales techniques to then persuade the average person to go with their process. Objection handling. Like these salespeople, these sales techniques that you can learn are so crazy. Like they are really good, right? I've been in sales for the past 3 years, and I don't want to like expose like this, but like for the average B2C offer, if someone just clicks on an ad and is exploring and whatever, then you get them on a call with an actual experienced closer who knows how to fucking close, like it is kind of game over. Okay? So it's just like this space has become very toxic. It's become a volume game of who can put out who can get more impressions, not really the quality of the impressions. And then the more you feed something to someone, the more they're going to eventually have a higher chance of clicking on it. And then, with a mild level of interest, a closer can just take over and then boom, just go for it. Go for it. Okay. And it feels like right now there's just not a lot of genuinely authentic people. Everyone is not genuine. Everyone is just trying to portray a persona. And they're doing that out of a means of, I'm going to portray this persona so then I will be able to make money. And when people say, oh, I don't want to sell my soul, that's called selling your soul right there. Oh, I would never sell my soul. Well, you just sold your soul to the content devil. You just sold your soul to the grift devil. You just grifted off this earth. You just grifted. You're done. You're toast. You're toast, right? So my prediction is that a lot of these online influencers, a lot of these people who are making money online eventually are going to somewhat die out, eventually are going to fizzle, and are eventually going to kind of get exposed in a sense, potentially. And you'll even notice like a lot of these people who are buying this stuff are young kids because they're impressionable, which is fine. Like I was a kid as well. I've bought courses and stuff. Some of them helped me, some of them didn't, whatever. But like these people are going to, not be the loudest person anymore. And then because they're not able to be the loudest person, they're going to fall off the face of this earth. Okay? And my prediction is that trying to do this whole online money act is kind of a pointless game in a sense. You can do it with a means to an end. You can do it with, okay, I'm going to come in, I'm going to actually provide education, I'm actually going to provide value, and then I'm going to make this money, and then I'm going to try to do X, Y, or Z. Okay? Like, for example, in fitness, some people think that they're going to be billionaires by being an online fitness coach. I'm sorry, that's never going to happen. You will never be a billionaire by being an online fitness coach. I'm sorry, that's just like, that's not going to happen, right? Even look at the richest fitness coach, right, in the industry right now. He didn't get rich through fitness coaching. He got rich through some other businesses or some equity in partnerships or whatever, okay? And there's two different worlds. There's like the online money world, which is like a bubble, and then there's like the actual real in-business person world. And it's funny, I'll meet guys who are like 40, 50 years old. It's like, hey, what do you do for a living? It's like, oh, I sell concrete for a living. We go and we sell concrete and we pour it, for industrial properties or whatever. I'm just making something up. Or, oh, I do, commercial roofing, right? And these guys, are not grifting. They're actually providing value. They're actually providing a service, and they're making a lot more money than the average person who's trying to hustle online. So I don't know. The space has kind of pissed me off. I think people need to provide more value. I think if you're going to even try to do something online, like provide some value. Everything shouldn't be towards a sale. If you're watching this and you're a content creator, everything you do shouldn't be for a sale. Everything you say online shouldn't be scripted. Everything you say shouldn't be like, oh, I'm going to say this so then I can get this. Because then everything is a test. And then if your business is a test, then you're just going to have anxiety. And now you're competing. And now you're doing the same shit everyone else is doing. And now you're just commoditized. Now you've fallen into the commodity trap. You're doing the same shit everyone else is fucking doing. And it's just a waste of time. Okay? and you're also selling your soul in the process. So that's why that's how I was able to make $800K a month at 10 years old. I hope you got value from this video, but no, I hope this video kind of resonated with you guys. But that's just like a personal rant, and hope you guys, I guess, resonated or whatever. Thanks.